Hey everybody, I have a special friend with me today. It's Lagarto. Hi Lagarto, say hi. Yeah. Some of you may be going, who's this? Well, Lagarto's the feral cat. We couldn't handle him for 10 years, but now he loves love. Don't you, Lagarto? Yeah. The patrons see Lagarto a lot. So if you want to see more of Lagarto because he's super cute, help support this channel. Become a monthly patron. Patreon.com/LeannaK. He jumped away like, what the heck is this? Also because Momo's eating his food. So that's not what we're talking about today. That was just a little extra. We're talking today about Owen Delilah's being cutesy because now she wants attention. But I want to talk about alternatives to censorship because I talked a bit yesterday about the benchmark of Death Stranding being sort of what's okay to do in Sony games instead of what's not okay to do. And then I went back and refreshed my memory on some of the stuff that's been censored. And yes, some of it does have to do with underage or young looking characters. And that's sort of the side effect of the anime art style or the chibi art style, that even characters that aren't actually young can look young by Western standards, or at least American standards. Many Europeans, when I talk about this stuff, like, don't lump us in. You know, we're not crazy Puritans, and it's true. Not even up here in Canada is this censorship issue the big deal. We have draconian child porn laws in this country, but we don't even, have the issue with video game censorship. I think we basically get the American versions anyway, but it's not from us. But it went a little deeper than that, and it was about like these petting mini games in RPGs that are not a thing that, Americans are used to encountering, but I won't say they're fairly common, but they are somewhat common in RPGs with like relationship building things. And one of them that got censored had kind of a furry element to it. And that makes me wonder if we're not really dealing with community standards here, and more that some people in, Sony's shiny new California head offices are having some issues with things they consider deviant, as opposed to just straight up, sexual content stuff. That they're not down with the furries, which I don't get, but, they're not down with the furries, and so they're like, no, get it away. It's somewhat arbitrary based on the tastes of executives, which is far from the first time something like that would happen in media or has happened in media. But this got me thinking. I don't think it's enough to object to censorship. I think we have to actually find viable alternatives to just cutting stuff out of games. And is there an unlock code that people who want that content can use, that is, tied to your PlayStation account, and it has to be age verified? Is there some sort of add-on? I mean, mods in console games are certainly not what they are, practically non-existent, but there are a few in certain games, but they're certainly not what PC is. But is there a downloadable option to buy the Japanese version of the game? I mean, it's kind of strange to me that on the one end they're saying, and this I have checked out. This is one of the things I was checking out, that esports are part of the reason that especially things like Mortal Kombat have suddenly become Puritan. There's a real concern about esports and sexy ladies, which makes no sense in games that are that violent. But that's not the game manufacturers, that's the esports leagues, which I kind of call bullshit on, because esports wants to pretend to be all think of the children while they're exploiting 16-year-old players. I went there. But the thing about esports is there's absolutely no reason that they can't just ban certain alt costumes in esports leagues. These are just a few ideas. What's up, Lagarto? You're very curious. Okay. But these are just a few ideas I had about, an alternative to blanket censorship, because I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like the idea that stuff that's perfectly acceptable in Japan but is not considered normal or well understood in America, that American values or American taste should override that of the rest of the world. We're a little sensitive to the whole idea of colonialism up here in Canada right now with the various reports. There's fighting. Scouts beating up Lagarto. But maybe that's why I'm kind of like, this is not okay. But just as a general principle, one culture should not be seen as better or more dominant than other cultures, especially since 2 of the 3 main game consoles are Japanese companies. So we're going to try something a little new on this channel. Instead of me talking for like 20 minutes and then asking you to leave a comment, I'm going to ask you, what are your alternative solutions to straight up censorship? And I will read the comments. I consider the best, because this is Leanna culture here, but I will read a sample of comments with some ideas on Feedback Friday. Sound good? So leave your comment about what you think, some alternatives to straight up censorship, and just release the game obviously isn't an issue. There's some stuff going on with the regression that American culture, not all Americans and not all parts of America, but you guys know what I mean. Those are stuff that the whole world is having to deal with, just kind of holding our breath and waiting for it to pass. Let me know. I'm really interested in your comments. It's an experiment. If this works, I'll do this some more. I'll just ask a question, keep the video short, and then read the stuff on Feedback Friday. Okay, once again, help support this channel. Become a monthly patron. Patreon.com/LeannaK. Don't forget Twitch tonight. 6. Come and chat. This is our chatty night. Okay, thanks for watching.